So, coming to you 2 days late for weekly weigh-in. It is actually Sunday afternoon. I do know my weight. So let's get into it, and then I will reflect on it after I show my what weight is. So let's go into my Garmin app. Let's scroll back to Friday. So there's my weight 2 weeks later. Very, very disappointed with this number, and I'll get into it in a second as to why. But I had not weighed myself for 2 weeks since I made my month-end goal for March of coming in under 280. I was 279.1. So I gained 1 pound in 2 weeks, which is essentially flat. But that is currently where I am, essentially flat 2 weeks later. So what is the reaction to the weight? Very disappointed and very surprised. Reason being is I've stayed very disciplined with my diet the last couple of weeks. I did, after making my month-end goal, I went from 3 fasting days a week to 2 fasting days. But I literally in the last 2 weeks had one cheat meal. Last Saturday, and to get into it, Thursday night, I took the train back and I did not get into Maryland. I had to go out of town for the week for work, and I got on a 6:45 p.m. train in New York that was supposed to get in at 9:45. I got in at 4:35. At 4:36 a.m. I'm in disbelief. Like, we didn't leave the station until 11:15 p.m. and it was a 6:45 train. We boarded right on time, so I thought I was getting out of there. But yeah, we did not leave the station until, and I took a photo when I got to the station from my business trip. I don't know how well you can see this, but this is me leaving the station. That's the station that has the arrival times. I don't know if you can see the 4:36 a.m., but I was in disbelief. We didn't leave the station until 11:15, and then we got to Philly in about an hour and a half. And I'm like, all right, I'll get home like 1:30, maybe 1:30, and I'll be in bed at 2. And we stopped in Philadelphia for 3 hours for a mechanical problem. They never announced what was wrong in New York. They just said that all train traffic between New York and Philadelphia was shut down due to a police investigation near Philadelphia. And at like 10 something, they said the coroner is now here and the track should be clearing soon. And we still didn't leave for another hour and change. But like I said, we left at maybe 11, a little after 11, 11:05, 11:10, maybe 11:15. I can't remember the exact time. But we got to Philly in right around 90 minutes, which is pretty normal. And we were in that station for 3 hours. And we did not leave there until like shortly before 3 o'clock. And you see what time I got home to Maryland. So that is why I did not weigh in last week. I had a great week. I went to the gym. I went to Crunch Fitness Wednesday and Thursday that week. I didn't run, but I did lift. Last Saturday, the only time I ate poorly in the last 2 weeks. My daughter had a dance competition, and I left here at 9:30, and I was there all day. I don't, I'm intermittent fast, so I don't eat before noon. So we had Jersey Mike's. I had a Hero and chips for lunch, and I brought my snacks. I didn't really have junk, but I had these I've mentioned them before, these apple pie protein bars from Metrex. I had 2 of those, and I had I brought my protein chips. I didn't eat them. I brought all my own snacks so that I wouldn't eat junk, and then we didn't leave there until 8:30. I got back at 9, and I just grabbed something upstairs. We had some hot dogs, so I had some hot dogs and some potato chips. So that's the only day where I had like any junk in the 2 weeks. So honestly, when I was weighing in on Friday, I'm like, I'm guessing I'm gonna be like 276. This week I did not get to work out at all, and that's why I set such a low bar in terms of April. It has been around the clock. After and when I go to my daughter's recitals, I'm what's known as a prop dad. Like I help put the props on stage for her dance school. So it is a lot of manual physical labor, carrying stuff, putting it on the stages, unloading the truck. It is a tiring day. So I did that all day Saturday. Sunday, I had to work. I got up at 8 and I was at my desk from 9 to 7. And I had planned to work until 10 p.m. I was just so tired. Like 9 to 7 usually isn't something that would tire me out, but because the day before was so tiring and the week before, and then Monday I was up at 5 a.m. I was at my desk at 5:45 and I worked until 9, and it has been around the clock. I did not work out a single time this week, and it was not due to laziness. I packed my bag on both Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday when I was in the office, and I just couldn't leave. Like I just kept getting request after request after request. If I'm lazy, I've always been open and honest on this channel. I just could not find the airtime to work out. I did do arms on Friday. And I ran a mile yesterday, Saturday. I did a short legs and shoulders workout, about 35, 40 minutes. Cause I was out during the day, and I just didn't have the time. I made plans with a good friend of mine to go see the movie The Amateur, and then we were supposed to go to dinner. So I ran in the morning, and then I ran in some errands for my wife. And then when I came back, we got back later than I thought. I was hoping to get in a 60 to 90 minute workout. I only had about 45 minutes, so I did a 40-minute workout. I'm resting today because I'm extremely tired, because I've been working 12, 13, 14-hour days all week. And the whole month of April is going to be like this. This is why I said I set a 5-pound goal. That being said, very long-winded way of saying I've been busy, but I haven't been pigging out, and that's what's disappointing. Like, it's been 2 weeks. I know, sometimes the intervals can be a little short, which is why, I've gotten rid of Conquer the Weekend. That was always just an accountability tool to stop me from binging on the weekend and then trying to make it up during the week, which became a bad habit of mine. And once I kind of got out of a good groove between like 20 and 2022. So, I used to do that as an accountability tool, but honestly, 2 weeks ago, I didn't have a cheat meal over the weekend. This weekend, I did have Jersey Mike's for dinner last night. I was tired after just being out running around all day, and I was not going to come home and cook. Today, I'm doing a 24-hour fast. All I had was one of my trifecta meals and a little fruit carton and a poppy soda, and I'm going to have nothing else but water. I was initially going to run today and do chest and back, but I'm just really fatigued. It's been all day, every day. The work schedule has just been monstrous. I warned, I warned about it when I made my month-end goal, because I know I'm working on the budget and I don't know anything, and so I'm just really inefficient. But the budget is a difficult time to begin with, so just really, really busy. But I really wanted to see some progress, even if I was like, you know what? If I lost 2 pounds, I'm 277. I'll take that a pound a week. To go up a pound was tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's just really disappointing, because there's been a lot of discipline the last couple of weeks. And historically, when I've had periods like this, it's like I run to McDonald's. I start grabbing stuff like I did last Saturday. But last Saturday, I'm not even beating myself up. I didn't go anywhere. I mean, we were away. We were in Laurel, so I couldn't cook. We had lunch at like 1 o'clock. And that's after a morning of carrying boxes, moving stuff around, putting stuff on the stage, unloading the truck. Just lots of physical labor. And when I came back, I just wanted something quick. And I had 4 hot dogs and a bag of chips. And I grabbed a bag of chips from Wegmans when I came. And it was the big bag, I will admit that. The 6-ounce bag. I grabbed a bag of chips from Wegmans. We had hot dogs at the house. I didn't want to go out and get anything. I didn't want to grab a burger. I didn't want to order pizza. And I had that and went to sleep, and worked all day Sunday. And despite all these long hours, I've been eating my trifecta meals. I've been staying on my diet very diligently. So that's very disappointing. That's really frustrating. is not going to lead me to binge. I already know I'm not going to be able to go to the gym on Tuesday. I am working from home tomorrow, but I'll be in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm hoping I can go Wednesday. We'll see. But I'm going to get up tomorrow at 5 and I'm going to run. And I'm going to do my chest and back workout that I didn't do today. I can get that in at 5 o'clock because I'll be home and I don't have to sneak out to go to the gym. It's not as easy when you're in the office and your boss is right next to you and asking, where's this at? Where's this at? That was why I couldn't get out Wednesday and Thursday. I brought my gym bag both days and I couldn't make it out. Like I'm just balls to the walls at work. So very, very disappointing result. I'm proud of the discipline, but it's when I put in the effort. I did 2 fasting days each week, 2 24-hour fasts. So it's like when I do the work and when I have the discipline, and particularly on the weekend and particularly on Fridays, Fridays are very, very difficult for me. I want to go in the weekend mode so badly after I weigh in. And I didn't weigh in last week Friday because I got back here at 5. I woke up at 9, took a quick shower, and I had a 9:30 call. So I didn't even bother to weigh in. So I did make it to the gym and I did 2 full 1-hour sessions that week. But all of that time, all of the discipline, it's frustrating. It's very, very disappointing when I do the right things and I don't get the result. But I can't let 2 weeks break my spirit. I still want to make my goal of 275 for the month. I'm just gonna have to, at a minimum, I can always run in the morning before I get leave for work. So at a minimum, I'm gonna commit to 3 runs this week just to do something. If I'll be able to lift tomorrow because I'll be home. If I can't go to the gym, I know I'm not even gonna try to go Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to try to go, but I'm going to commit to the running. That's before work. And, someone once said it in terms of, this was years ago. Someone was like, why do you get up at 5 a.m. to run? And the person was like, because I don't get an email asking for an emergency at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm going to lean on that. So I'm going to lean on the running. I am going to do 3 24-hour fasts this week because I know I'm not going to be able to go to the gym on Tuesday. I know I have a late meeting and I'm not going to go to the gym at 6 p.m. when I know I got to work until 10. So my Wednesday is pretty clear. Hopefully it doesn't fill up and hopefully I don't get a bunch of requests, but I'm staying in the fight. Very, very disappointed, but my spirit is not the least bit broken and I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm not giving up on my month-end goal. I knew this month would be like this, which is why I said it. I want to keep the momentum with my channel. I want to keep posting videos. So had to get my weight in, and I did look at my weight on Friday morning, and I have to stop doing that because once I see my weight, I don't feel as the same sense of urgency to record the weekly weigh-in. But I want to get back into my routines. It's going to be difficult until I finish this budget, but I'm committed to making my 275. I still got 3 weeks to go. 5 pounds in 3 weeks is not insurmountable. It's definitely difficult, but even if I can't lift, if I run 4 times a week and continue with my fasting and eating clean, especially, I've been really good on the weekends. I had 1 cheat meal yesterday. I guess you could say 2, definitely 2 last Saturday, but that was more so because I was out all day. I left at 9:30, got back at 9. I was out all day, but I brought my snacks. I had protein bars and other stuff. Like I didn't go to the vending machine and get chips. So, I've really been trying to clean up the diet. There's probably some more stuff at the margins. I'm not tracking my eating. And while I'm not eating junk, I'm probably overeating in terms of the stuff I am eating. I've been eating like these protein bars at the office that I probably need to cut back on, and I probably just need to, I'm going to commit to tracking my eating again. But I'm not giving up. Very, very disappointed. This is a super long-winded answer, but it's disappointing. Like 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks, like I said, the only time I really ate poorly was when I was out. And the weekend before that, I was clean the whole weekend. So I would have liked to have seen some progress, but next week, I'm gonna push to come at least 279 if I can't get to 278. So we just keep at it. For Reed Fitness on the Sunday evening, signing off.